Okay, that's a big one. I'll give that a good try. I'm coming personally from a humanistic and classical point of view of appreciation of the good, the true, and the beautiful. I'm an artist. I'm a musician. I have been influenced in my life's journey also a great deal by indigenous cultures. First Native American, and later when I came to Australia, and surprisingly to me, Aboriginal culture. I spent some years and a great deal of time and energy in the Northern Territory of Australia, where I had been invited to come as a person who was interested in the didgeridoo. There I encountered different ways of knowing and seeing the world that were harmonious with my own experience growing up as a boy on the farm, and as a musician who was in tune and sensitive to the workings of music and the musicians around him to perform. And also a person who has had a lifelong experience, ongoing experience of what we would call mystical experiences, and had used my intelligence and my savvy to explore that throughout my life, to try and not take on any particular point of view, but to inform myself as to what is the real magic and mystery of this place that's infested with life that we call Earth. So I'm a very curious person. I'm also a very empathic individual. I don't think it was until I was maybe 40 years old that I got the idea that not everything I felt was my own feelings, that I was also picking up on a lot of other people. And so I am not a materialist. I am not a fundamental materialist at all. While I respect science and believe it is a marvelous tool, I do not worship it. I am a person who helps other people. I've spent a great deal of my time in the last 20 years as a mentor to others, and also as a guide. I've taken many people into the outback at their request and brought them back and helped them see that the world is not only more mysterious than we can suppose, it's more mysterious than anything we could ever imagine. So when I hear of the technological singularity, or the singularity as they like to call it, I mostly find it amusing in that it reinforces my own thoughts and experiences that the singularity is actually a event that is occurring in consciousness. And it's not just about technology. It's also about our social consciousness, our artistic consciousness. It's something that has been coming since people painted on the walls of the caves in Neolithic times. And that all of our experiences and history and innovations are all now rushing and coming together in an interconnective way that we're participating in right this moment, in that we're speaking halfway across the world to each other and exchanging ideas in real time. That what we imagine is what we make so. So at one time, for thousands of years, people imagined that they wanted to fly, and then eventually we have flown. Not in the ways that maybe we would have thought we would in imitating birds, but then again, we are imitating birds. Spirit motivated science. Science was a bit of a reaction to some versions of the story of spirit, but whatever it is that enlivens us and makes us that thing that is uniquely human, which is a self-conscious and remembering life form, whatever that is. And I don't particularly want to define it because I think that's a fool's errand. However, we all experience it, and we all are highly aware of our experience in the world, moment by moment, but also that we're going to die, that we're aware of that, and that that's actually one of the gifts of consciousness, in that In a shamanic sense, we are always to be aware that death sits at our shoulder, and therefore to do our very best in every moment to be here and to really appreciate the miracle that we're participating in. So I would say, yes, my point of view is certainly mystical and metaphysical, but without going into any particular beliefs or dogma as to what you should believe about that, other than to be aware of this, that we are all coming awake in a very quick and rapid fashion, and it is so tremendous that most of us won't even know that it happened when it's taken place.